Hi guys, I don't think there's any music or any sound.
Hello, everyone. We're just having a little bit of trouble with the volume. So please be patient. There's just a technical error from our side. Nothing to worry from your side. So if you can't hear anything music-wise, just be patient. We're trying to sort it out. Just try to sit and be in a meditative state while we work this out. We'll see you shortly.
Jago, 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 kundalini ma, karo sab pe kripa.
Jago kundalini ma, karo sab pe kripa.
Sahasrara mein aake,
Sahasrara mein aake,
Hello, everyone. Very, very hearty welcome to today's session. I look like I've been run down by a bus. Today we were late at our own party, so apologies for that. Like I said, sometimes life just happens. It was a very, very hectic day, and we were pretty prepared for the session, but we still had a lot to do, which sort of ended up being quite last minute. So apologies for that. And we just have the last leg of the journey at this point of time. And as always, we're very, very, very honored to be here, which is why, even though it was a bit of a rush, to prepare for the session and still do it, but it's just that joy that you get, which makes you go that extra mark, that extra mile. And we just felt like that was the case. It's always the case with meditation, because this is something we do from the joy of our heart. So I hope that love transfers to all of you. And I feel that it does, because that's why I feel you all turn up every time. And I can't tell you how much that means to us. Your presence, your comfort, your kind words, they've made this journey so worthwhile for us that every time we've gone that extra mile, you've made it worth it. So the credit goes to all of you. So thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for giving us that push and that motivation. And thank you for your kindness all throughout. Really, thank you so much. And as of today's session is going to be about meditation, which it is always about meditation, but we just thought we'll go back to meditation, simple meditation, and we will introduce an element called Havan to you guys. We've done that before. We've told you that we would towards the end. We've told you how the fire is an element for clearance, and Havan is just another form of using the fire element to basically destroy the negativities. It's a more powerful way of dealing with negativities. It's a more powerful way of clearing yourself. And you don't do Havan every day. It's something you do with the collective. So you don't do it just by yourself. You do it when everybody is doing it together, because that is the only way it works. Some things are always fueled by collectivity. So it is something we do when we are together, and something that we do to clear ourselves collectively, So it's an opportunity to get rid of a lot of negativities, which might be impacting a lot of people. And it's a very powerful way of doing it. So we have lovely Uncle Gavin with us today. He is also currently in Brisbane, Australia, and he's he's in our collective here in Brisbane. He's the one who organizes the Havan mostly. So he kindly agreed to be with us on this session to let you all know a little bit more about what this term really means and how we use this fire element and why it is powerful. So we're going to hear more about it from Uncle, and he's going to explain it a little more in detail. And just one more thing. You would have heard the 3 mantras that we play every time at the beginning of the session, and now we've started playing them at the end of the session as well. These 3 mantras are something that is the most auspicious way to start the meditation and also to end the meditation. They're called the 3 great mantras. What I'm going to do is after this session, I'm going to send them to you on as a WhatsApp text, as a recorded audio, and also as a slide. So we'll send it to you in all 3 formats after today's session on WhatsApp. But just wanted to let you know why these 3 mantras are very auspicious. These 3 Mahamantras, they are basically the mantras of the Sahasrara, this energy center right here. They just open the Sahasrara completely. The first mantra is for the left side, the right side, and also for the central channel. You can sort of, without putting too much mind, think of it like there are 3 mantras and they're for the 3 sides, the left, right, and the center. And together, when they're taken one after the other, they really help to bring the Kundalini up. They sort of, it's like the preparation for meditation. So whenever you take the mantras, it's like you're preparing yourself for meditation. Your Kundalini immediately awakens because it knows that it's time to rise and go towards the Sahasrara. And the benefit is that every time the Kundalini goes up, it looks after and heals your body wherever it needs balancing. It balances it out. So it's a beautiful way to start and end the meditation. Why we take the mantras at the end as well? It's because at the end, you want your Kundalini to stay up, to keep you in balance as long as you can stay in balance. So it's a very beautiful way to end the meditation with the mantra. So today, we're going to end the meditation with the mantras, and then we're gonna play music at the end for you to enjoy. So without further ado, we'll welcome Uncle Gavin, and he's going to proceed with today's session as well as the meditation.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. So tonight we'll talk about the Havan, but we'll start off by raising up our Kundalini and doing our Bandha. So we'll do that collectively together. So what is the Havan? It's a sacred fire which destroys the negativity on a personal and a global level. By clearing away impurities within us and around us, which may be blocking all our chakras or slowing down our spiritual ascent or spiritual growth. So we do all this to help us to grow and go deeper in our meditation, to experience the silence, which is the present moment. The process of the Havan. It can be simple and as extravagant as you like, but basically we use a photo of Shri Mataji in front of the fire, or the Havan, which helps to enlighten the fire element within the Havan. Then we have a fire pit and only use natural wood. I've even been in Singapore, and we had a collective Havan there, and we just used a wok and twigs, and the vibrations were just beautiful at that. So again, it's always spontaneous and Sahaj. We use ghee and Havan samagri. Havan samagri is an offering to the fire, which is made up of lots of various seeds and natural ingredients. These elements are offered to help to increase the vibrations of the fire. We use the mantras to increase the vibrations, such as Shri Adi Detachya, Shri Agni Devata, the goddess of fire, and various mantras which destroys the negativity. So after saying the particular mantras, when we when then offered to the Havan Sangri, Havan Sangri, to please that aspect of the divine, and we say Om Swaha, which means the quality of the fire which is consuming the negativity when we have finished the offering of the mantras to the fire. When we have offered all the mantras, we offer the collective problems, local and nationals, and we even do global problems to help with the vibrations. And when we finish, we silently meditate, and you should feel clearer, lighter, and cooler, and more able to reach a state of thoughtless awareness. So the process of Havan is just purely to experience the silence and the growth in our meditation. We'll just pass you back to Monica for a sec. You there, Monica?
Yes, Uncle, I'm here.
We'll just go to a silent meditation now, a guided meditation.
Yes, so that basically what Uncle's just explained is the process of the Havan. And if you have any questions, you can always pop the questions at the end of the session and we're happy to take them, which we expect you would have some. So if you have any questions, we'll be happy to take them at the end of the session today, specifically if you have any about the Havan. So like Uncle said, we'll just proceed with meditation now, and Uncle Gavin will guide us through.
So we'll just sit quietly and just raise your kundalini up through your central tunnel with your right hand, touching the top of your head. Just always bringing your attention or your awareness up to your Sahasrara. When your attention or your awareness is at your Sahasrara, that's when you achieve the silent meditation, the present moment, the silence. And that's why we do all this clearing, Havans, and all these techniques, is to experience that deeper silent meditation. So we'll just take some nice, deep, slow breaths. This is just something that helps me to bring my attention within myself. And just surrender the next 10 minutes just purely for yourself. Forget about everything else that's happened today, what you got to do tomorrow when you go to work. Just be selfish and surrender this next 10 minutes just purely for yourself. And as always, if you ever get thoughts, just say, I forgive these thoughts. I surrender these thoughts. And by all means, bring your more strength your kundalini up and touch the top head. Whenever you feel your attention drifting away, you start thinking again, just raise some more strength your kundalini up, touching the top of your head to help bring your attention or your awareness always on top of your head on your Sahasrara. We'll just start off by balancing our left and right. We'll just put our right hand down towards the Mother Earth. And just our left side. And so the left side represents your desire. So just say to yourself, Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure desire to be one with my spirit, my true self. Please remove all these conditionings, stopping me from enjoying the present moment. If you're able to, at home, just sit on the Mother Earth, put your right hand down on the Mother Earth, And that's really more powerful than obviously sitting on a chair, but if you're comfortable just sitting on the ground, that's even better. We'll bring our right hand back up to our lap, palm upwards. And now we'll just balance our right side. So we just bring our left hand up, bend at the elbow, and it's an ether that helps clear the right side. So our right side heats up just from overthinking, exerting yourself too much. So we want to cool down our right side. So you can just simply say, Mother Kundalini, please cool down my right side. Please take away all the heat. Mother Kundalini, please dissolve all my ego, stopping me from enjoying the silence. All this ego causing me to think too much. All our thoughts come from a reaction from our ego or our conditionings. So if we're able to dissolve this, our egos and our conditionings, it would just be a lot more easy to be in the present moment. Because we're all individuals, some people might just have to clear their right side, and some people just will have to clear the left side. So I'll just take you through both techniques tonight. And we can bring both hands down. We'll place both hands down towards Mother Earth. And again, by all means, if you're able to sit on the ground, especially on the grass at home, this is fantastic. Because this is a technique to help clear the first chakra, which is beneath your Kundalini. And this chakra is the Muladhara chakra. And it's made up of the innocence, purity, and wisdom. So we just ask Mother Kundalini, please strengthen these qualities within me of innocence, purity, and wisdom. We'll bring both hands back up to our lap, palm upwards. And just always remember to relax your shoulders, just release all the tension in your face. We'll just put our right hand on our center heart. And just ask Mother Kundalini, please remove all fear from my heart. Please fill my heart full of love and compassion and joy. Then we'll just put our right hand up to the left-hand side of the neck and tilt your head to the right. And you've probably been told in the past, this is the center that blocks up when you store guilt. So just here, you just ask Mother Kundalini, please remove all guilt. We'll learn from our mistakes and move on. Don't hang on to that guilt. Mother, I am not guilty. And then we'll go up to our forehead. If you get glasses on, just take the glasses off. And we'll just cradle our forehead in the palm of our hand, bowing your head down. And this is can be quite hard for a lot of people, is forgive. We have to learn to forgive ourselves, to forgive others, to forgive everything. When we do that, it can be one of the most hardest things we can do, but it's one of the most rewarding things we can do. Just allowing ourselves to forgive. The more we can forgive, the more it will suck down these balloons of ego and conditionings, which allow more strands of this Kundalini to pass through. So just say that as many times you like to yourself, with full conviction, Mother, I forgive. Or Mother, please help me to forgive. We are only harming ourselves in the long run. We're not allowing ourselves to forgive. And we'll go up to our top of the head on Sahasrara. And just press down nice and firmly. Rotate your scalp in a clockwise direction. And just ask Mother Kundalini, please strengthen my self-realization. Please strengthen my enlightenment. Please help me to experience this silent meditation. Please help me to be in the present moment. Please help me to experience this joy, the joy within. When your heart's open and these qualities of the first chakra, the Muladhara chakra, innocence, purity, and wisdom, it just strengthens this joy within you to help you be in the present moment and to just experience the joy with other people that have had their realization. And when you're ready, bring your hand down in your lap, palm upwards. And just keep your attention on your Sahasrara, on the soft spot on top of your head, the fontanelle bone area. And again, if you get any thoughts, just say, I surrender these thoughts. I forgive these thoughts. Jai Shri Mataji, everyone. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I'll pass you over to back to Monica. Good night. We'll talk.
For Sahaja Yogis now, it's very easy to find out if something is real or unreal, it is truth or untruth, it is love or hatred. Only through vibrations you can know. But going beyond that, I am saying, beyond that one has to know what are these vibrations and what are they made of. What is the subtle force which is behind those vibrations? We call it is Param Chaitanya, all right, Param Chaitanya so. What happens to you when you get Param Chaitanya is something to be understood, the subtleties. As I said, we are made of 5 elements, all right? So when you get your awakening, when the Kundalini reaches Sahasrara and opens out your fontanelle bone area, you become one with the divine power, then this divine power itself starts flowing through. A connection is established. Now when it starts flowing through you, this Shakti, this starts flowing through you, then what happens? The subtle part we should understand. The subtle part is like this, that these 5 elements we are made of, these vibrations gradually start breaking into the subtler form of which they are made. So the first thing such a person has is the breaks, you see, as it is said that word is God. Said also in the Bible. The word is God. Now what is this word? Word is a silent, we can say, silent commandment. We can call it like that. But from that word comes, according to Indian philosophy, is another thing that we call as Bindu. Or we can say a word becomes Nad, is a sound. And then it becomes the Bindu, means one small dot, you can say. And then from this dot, you see all these 5 elements start coming one after another. The first element that comes out is light. Tej, light, is the first element that comes out. So the essence of the first element is light. We call it Tej, Tejas. It's written, of course, in Sanskrit, but we should understand that how the light pervades Sahaja Yoga so much, and you see the light all everywhere. So the first element, which is light, and you can say in English, the light's subtle thing is, we can say, enlightenment, you can say. But enlightenment has another meaning. So we can say it's Tej. For example, a person who gets realization has a face which is very radiant. So you can say the radiance. The radiance is the subtlety of the light. So this radiance starts showing on your face. Radiance start expressing itself, and with that radiance people get impressed, and they start thinking something special about this personality which has radiance. Now you have seen my photographs also, wherever they are. Many a times you find lots of light around. That is nothing but the light in me is giving radiance, because the light becomes subtler. When the light becomes subtler in me, light is one of the elements. When it becomes subtler, then it gives radiance. And so, this is the subtle growth within you that takes place. Your faces also start shining. They too have radiance, and they too have a kind of a different complexion, I would say. This radiance is to be understood is the subtle of the light, of which we are made light in the gross manner. Then after this, from the light comes the second thing, which we call as Vayu in Sanskrit, meaning the air. So the air that we have, which is gross air, what is the subtle of air is this cool breeze that you get. The cool breeze is the subtle of that air. So the subtle of what you understand as cool breeze is what we call vibrations. The subtle of that is air, which is a part and parcel of our making. So this cool breeze is the second thing that you start getting subtler and subtler. When your growth takes place, all these subtle things start expressing themselves. It's not only that you get vibrations, but you get the cool breeze, and that is the subtle of air that has built you. Then comes the water. We are also made of water. What is the subtle of water is sometimes English language, becomes little short of expression, but they call it, which makes the skin, hard skin soft. The skin becomes soft. This is another sign of a realized soul, that his there's some cream they use, isn't it, to soften the face. But is the water in us gives us very visible. This is the minimum of minimum, I would say. But then a person who is a realized soul becomes a very soft person, very delicate. When he talks to somebody, in his voice there is warmth, or I should say there is, कहते हैं ना अपने आप पानी, हिंदी में कहते हैं पानी होना. To have that flow, watery flow and coolness of the water. So that is the another subtle thing that should be expressed in your behavior, on your skin, on your dealings with others, that you should be like the water, which is mobile, which is cooling, which is soothing, which is cleansing. So this also becomes a part and parcel of your being once you become a realized soul. With this water you have also another thing, we call it as Agni, means the fire. So you also have fire, but it's a very silent fire. it doesn't burn anybody, but it burns all the wrong things within. Whatever wrong things you have, it burns, and it burns the wrong things in other people also. For example, a person comes with a great anger towards you. What happens that this anger becomes cooled down with the fire that is there. Moreover, a realized soul cannot get burnt. Fire cannot burn. The burning cannot come to him. It's very important to understand. Also, if you are doing something wrong, it may burn you. But if you are a good Sahaja, and I should say a perfect Sahaja, fire will never burn. We have an example of Sita ji that she went into the fire pit, nothing burnt. So this is what one has to understand, that once you get to the subtleties of the fire, so the fire and the water, both of them become sort of divine. For example, the water which you touch, water you drain, whatever you put your hand in the water becomes vibrated. Means what? The subtlety of the water comes in it. The coolness, curing power also comes in that water. So when it becomes subtler, all these powers start showing, which you can see for yourself. You don't have to experiment. Then the lastly is the Mother Earth. It's most important, is Mother Earth. There's a photograph you might see which was taken in Russia in my dacha, where the Kundalini is in the Mother Earth. They have clearly. It's there. And it is the Mother Earth which shows. For example, I've seen flowers. If you keep them in my room, they blossom. They can become very big like that. Never people have seen such big flowers. Sometimes they say, I'm doing nothing, I'm just sitting down, and what happens to the flowers? You see, now there, this principle of the Mother Earth works. The subtle Mother Earth, his works, it's a mother. And that gives you all the nourishment and makes you grow healthy. And this is how this subtlety works of the Mother Earth. Mother Earth is the one who is a giver of birth to all these flowers and all these trees and all that. But it also plays a big part in us. It's not only the Mother Earth that exists without our connection. And we do not respect the Mother Earth. We have polluted it, we have done all kinds of things, we have removed the trees and we have made a mess out of her, but she is our mother. And so many subtle things of this Mother Earth come into us. One of them is gravity. A person becomes very attractive, not in the physical sense, but in the spiritual sense. Such a person attracts others. They feel attracted and they feel that something special is about this person. This is one of the quality of the Mother Earth. If she had not kept us attracted, we would have fallen off with her movement. And also other qualities of the Mother Earth also start manifesting within us, and we become very, I should say, extremely tolerant, patient person. Tolerant and patient. Extremely tolerant and patient. But if you are not tolerant, if you are hot-tempered and all that, that Mother Earth principle has not expressed itself. Look at the Mother Earth, how much she tolerates our nonsense, how many wrong things we do against her, but still she tolerates. Sri Ganesha's quality is to tolerate, to begin with. Up to a point he tolerates. In the same way, we too become extremely tolerant, patient and forgiving. This is the minimum of minimum that should happen to all the Sahajogis who have vibrations. Because I have told you all the things that are expressed in your vibrations. It's a thing to be understood that what we have become now is something very great. It's not happened to others. It's not happened to somebody who is not been a Sahaja Yogi. You see the people who go to church or to mosques or to temple, see their faces. Look at them, how they do look like. They haven't got anything from the temple, they haven't got anything from the mosque, they haven't got anything from any one of these places where they go to worship. So that is artificial. That has become something, I should say, without any connection with the reality. Only after realization you are connected with reality and you can get the understanding of all these subtleties working through you. Why I am telling you this? Because I want you to know and recognize yourself, to understand what you are, what you have got. Once you recognize yourself and understand yourself, you can do a lot.
We're just going to finish up by raising up all together. So raise up and we'll put on a bandha. I hope everyone had a wonderful meditate tonight, and please feel to ask questions about the Havan. It is a, as Monica was saying, it can be as simple or as extravagant as you want. But at the end of the day, all these techniques are just about clearing our own subtle system and clearing the problems of the world to make it a better place, basically. To help with our ascent, our meditation, and just to feel that joy, which we all want to feel. I was going to say something earlier on about when we're clearing our heart, to open our heart full of love and compassion, when we're collectively meditating, or even we go up to our ashram here in Australia, that's when our heart opens up. We feel that joy, that experience, and it's just a beautiful thing. So same thing with the Havan. When we collectively do it together, it just strengthens that the vibrations of everything. So, okay, I'll pass you back to Monica. Good night. Jai Shri Mataji.
Thank you, Uncle. That was amazing. Just stay here with us for a minute, Uncle. Don't go anywhere. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We haven't done a Q&A in a long time. We were actually thinking we should have a Q&A in the last two sessions, or in the last session for sure. We should definitely have a spontaneous Q&A at the end, experience sharing like we did in the beginning of the series. So that would be amazing. Now, as Uncle Gavin just explained the Havan and the beautiful meditation we had after, Havan is a bonfire, kind of a big fire, in which the negativities are destroyed collectively for everyone. They can also go up to world collective level. Like if you feel like there's some problem in the world that you would want to get rid of, it is very nice to throw it in the fire and it sort of destroys it. Now you would be thinking, how are we going to do a Havan? Like we said, we will do a Havan for you guys. You will be digitally attending it, and we will be doing it at our collective center here. So we have a very beautiful property up here in Brisbane where the collective gets together. Actually, we've not spoken much about what this feels in real life when there's no lockdown and we're doing it in person. So we all meditate, and we've been meditating for many years now, but time really doesn't matter. What we do is every Saturday we get together. We have a property here in Brisbane, and similarly there are different places across the world where you can get together. So pre-COVID, this is how it used to be. We used to get together every Saturday evening. We used to go to the center, have a meditation together. Like we see each other online, we would see each other in person, and sort of get together and have a nice time, have a beautiful meditation, have dinner together, and then come back home. So it sort of built a really beautiful family. And that's why I've been really saying it is a family that we need to build, because that's the only way we can save the world, where we are collective, where we are sort of one with each other. And every now and then we would have a Havan. Havan would be organized in the ashram, and we would just sit around. One person would be doing the Havan, organizing it, which usually is Uncle Gavin. So he would be the person organizing it. He loves to get his firewood. He would put Vaibhav. He's asked Vaibhav to cut the firewood so many times, and Vaibhav doesn't know how to do it, but he still did it. And now he has considerable experience doing it. So, it's such a beautiful effort where you cut the fire, put it together. You're just out in the nature. Obviously, it has to be done in a very, very safe and secure manner. And this is not recommended to do at home on your own. Please make sure you don't try to do this at your own residence, thinking, let me just have a Havan for myself. This is something that is always best when done and attended collectively, because the vibrations just lift, the negativities just get burnt, and everybody ends up feeling nice and light. So once the Havan is lit and the fire is lit and the Havan is done, it ends up with a beautiful meditation at the end. Everybody ends up feeling really, really nice and light. So we will be organizing that the way we do it, and we will broadcast it for all of you in a similar manner. You can join us on Zoom, join us on YouTube, which we will most likely be doing next week on Saturday, which will also be marking the end of the series, for the advanced series. It's a beautiful phenomena. I don't know what to call it. It's a beautiful practice. It makes you feel really nice and light. I would recommend keep an open mind, attend the Havan, and just remember, this is your opportunity to just get rid of whatever negativity you have inside of you and just burn it. Just have that feeling that you're putting it and throwing it in the fire and getting rid of it. And trust me, it works. It really, really works wonderfully. Which also brings me to say now is a very good time for all of you to start finding meditation centers wherever you are. Look for Sahaja Yoga meditation centers near you. If, yes, Vaibhav has shared a link in the chat window below. We'll also share some links on the main WhatsApp account, but do try to look for more centers near you, so you can also have that beautiful experience of meeting Sahaja Yogis, meditating with them physically when you're all sitting in the same hall, if you don't have restrictions. And it is amazing when you can do it in person. But in the interim, we are here. We are still doing it online. So enjoy this as well. The other thing was that we're still not certain what we're doing after this series ends, but we, from the chat that we've roughly had, we will be taking a bit of a break in December. It's holiday time for everyone, so we'll be taking a bit of a break from December to January mid. And then towards the end of January, we might resume with once a week. We might do sessions just like this once a week online, and we'll broadcast them on YouTube the same way, so you can still catch up and still enjoy the sessions. How long those sessions will go on, we don't know. We haven't decided yet, because how many weeks we might do that for, we'll let you know. But we might do something starting January end next year, once a week. In the interim, your mentors will still be with you. So please continue the association. We're all here. The WhatsApp group is going to be here, and we can all still stay in touch the same way. So please don't feel like you can still be in contact with us the same way anytime. And we're all there. So we're just taking a break from the sessions online on Zoom and YouTube for a bit after this, but doesn't mean we can still organize a spontaneous meditation if the need be, and still get together on Zoom every now and then if you all have the desire. So nothing's set in stone there. That was a lot of instructions and a lot of information from my side. If you have any question, please let me know. Uncle Gavin's still here. If you have any question about the Havan or in general, feel free to unmute yourself. We've enabled you to unmute yourself if you have any questions. If not, then we'll just wind up with some music and let you finish your meditation.
There is one question in the chat about what time is the Havan to on Saturday?
The Havan on Saturday, there's a question about the time. So Havan on Saturday is going to be the same time, 8:40. No? No? Oh, so there's going to be a change in the time for that, but whatever that is, we will make sure we will tell you, we'll give you enough notice. It is going to be on Saturday and not Sunday. So that is one change already. So normally we do a Sunday session, but the Havan will be done specifically on Saturday. So we can easily facilitate it because it's going to require some arrangements to do. We will give you enough notice and we will tell you what time it is early next week. You do not need to prepare anything. We will be doing the preparation for you all. You just need to have an open mind, as always, and attend and enjoy. There is no preparation required from your side whatsoever. Just attend and enjoy. If there is nothing else, I'm just going to say thank you to Uncle Gavin for the beautiful meditation. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone again for joining. And we'll put some music on and allow you all to meditate and finish. And thank you again, Uncle Gav, for the beautiful meditation and the beautiful explanation about the Havan. You look a lot more relaxed after the meditation, hey? Thank you so much. And we'll just put some music on.
माताजी दया करो, माताजी दया करो, मन में आन बसो, मन में आन बसो। माताजी दया करो, मन में आन बसो। माताजी दया करो, तुम बिना लागे सुनो, तुम बिना लागे सुनो। खाली घट में प्रेम भरो, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो। माताजी दया करो, मन में आन बसो। माताजी दया करो तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानो तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानो मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानो मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानो सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको अब तो आकर बहादुरो अब तो आकर बहादुरो ओ माताजी 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 दया करो त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
I'm going home. You can't keep me here.
La ilaha illahu Shamsa tabanitze harkuda talaban Khushbuka la ilaha illahu Mataji ji ji Mataji ji ji Mataji 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 Ye zamin jab banati ye jahan jab banata
ये सभी जब नाते ये जहाँ जब नाता
चंद सूरज नाते असमा जब नाता
चंद सूरज नाते असमा जब नाता
राज़े हक भी किसी पर आया जब नाता
राज़े हक भी किसी पर आया जब नाता
तब नाता पूछिया
अब नाता खुशियाँ
तब कर तू ही तू माता जी 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 हरि शक्ति निर्मला देवी प्राण रूपिणी क्षिप्र प्रसादिनी महाराजी महारानी सहजोदायिनी निष्कला
निष्कला
निष्ठुला
निष्ठुला
निष्कलंका
निष्कलंका
निरुपमा
निरुपमा
निर्गुणा
निर्गुणा
निर्विकल्पा
निर्विकल्पा
निरीश्वरा महादेवी महाशक्ति शारदायिनी पारमेश्वरी सुधश्रुति पावनगति श्रीवलसिनी आदिमा 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 माताजी 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 माताजी
माताजी माताजी माताजी
Sagare maga pa magare Nine sagare maga pa sa Sagare maga pa mana pare Nine sagare maga pa sa Sagare maga pa magare ga 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 re ga ma 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 ga ma pa 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 ma pa da 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 pa da ni ni da ni sa sagare sa 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 sagare sa 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 sagare sa 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 sagare sa 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 sagare sa ni sagare 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 sa ni sagare sa ni sagare sa ni sagare. Sa 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 ni ni 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 sa sa re re ga 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 ma ma ga sa 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 ni ni sa sa re re ga ga ma ma ga sa 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 ni ni sa sa re re ga ga ma ma ga sa re re ga ga ma ma ga sa re re ga ga ma ma ga sa 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 ni ni sa Mataji Adishakti Nirmala Devi Prana Rupini Chitra Rasadini Maharani Maharani Sahaja Nishkala Nistura Nishkalanga Nirupamnava Nirguna